Hey everyone, how's it going? So before anybody starts in on me with this, and you see that I'm working on a BMW, no, I do not want to work on your BMW. I can't stand these things. But I figured this out. So apparently this thing was at a BMW specialist, and he couldn't figure it out. And the BMW specialist is well known in this area. Okay, he could not figure out what was wrong with this car. And it sat on his lot for a year, probably more. So this guy, I don't know who the guy is, he bought this car from him. He tinkered with this thing for over a year. He couldn't get it running. He put a new fuel pump in it, and the fuel pump's like hanging out of the gas tank. He put a new fuel pump in it because it keeps blowing the fuse for the fuel pump. Not really, though. It's blowing fuse number 31. This is a 99 540 wagon. It's the V8 4.4 liter. These things run really good. I'll give them that. They run really good. This is probably one of the only BMWs I would ever own with a V8. I actually do like these things, but I don't like working on them. So somehow or another, this thing wound up in Robert's hands. Robert, the owner of this shop. It wound up in his hands. Not for the shop, but for Robert. Like, it's his car now. So he was messing with it all weekend long, seeing if he could figure out what was going on with it. Couldn't figure it out. So I said, all right, let me start looking at it. So let me just show you this. As you see on the floor here, there's a whole bunch of 10 amp blown fuses. There's the fuse box guide. Come back here. Now, I did do some testing, but this is already like this. You like the prop for the tailgate, or for the glass? Can't get the tailgate open. I'm going to have to figure that out, too. So, this relay panel's all disconnected from however it's supposed to mount. I don't know. That's how I got it. This is the fuel pump relay right here, okay? So, coming inside, this is how this was when it came in. That's the fuel pump module. I don't even know what this is. This must be some kind of a, must be some wire for a stereo or something. See it laying there. As you see, I got some stuff apart. I have my power probe hanging out because I was using my power probe to try to short stuff out and see whatever I could burn up. So coming up underneath the hood, like I was looking at stuff that is actually controlled by the same fuse. And I found out this relay here, which is for the air injection, I believe it was, is also controlled by that fuse. All right, so back to inside the car. So I was messing around with this thing, trying to figure out what's going on, looking at wiring diagrams and everything else. And nothing really stood out to me too drastically. So if I'm looking at the wiring diagram for the engine, it shows that circuitry for the fuel pump, for that fuse that's blowing. It's showing it going to the air pump relay that was under the hood. It goes back to the fuel pump relay. It goes to like the sending unit, stuff like that. It goes to the leak detection pump. So I had disconnected all of that. Still pops the fuse. As soon as you turn the key on, pops the fuse. All right. What else is going on? I got everything disconnected. Why is it popping the fuse as soon as I turn the key on? Maybe I got a short in a wiring harness. So I'm like, all right, don't do this at home. I am a professional, okay? Robert even thought of doing this because I told him I had done this once. So he thought of doing this, but he's like, you know what? I'm not going to do that just in case because there's nobody around. I want to set the car on fire in the shop. So what I did do is this. And like I said, don't do this at home. So now underneath here, you see all those fuses. Let me just turn the light on. I have a jumper wire, basically bypassing the fuse. So that's hot wired. So what I did was I put that jumper in there, turned the key on. I was feeling that wire. Feeling it, and it was probably on for a good 10 minutes. And then I started realizing, hey, this thing's getting warm. Okay. I went and looked for my thermal camera. I have a thermal camera, but guess what? I took it home. It's at home. I don't have it here. So I was like, all right, let me just start grabbing wiring harnesses. So I started grabbing wiring harnesses. I figured, maybe I should feel a temperature difference because it's kind of cool in the shop. Feeling around. Sure enough, I found a wiring harness that was getting warm. Check this out. So I'm up under here, and I got my hand down here, and I could feel heat. All right, so I follow this wiring, and I'm grabbing this harness here. I'm like, this isn't warm. I come out here to the ABS module. This was getting warm. This was actually getting, not hot, but it was pretty darn warm. So I'm like, huh. So I go back to the wiring harnesses. Now you would think that they would show you that one leg of that fuse is going off somewhere else. You know, see this diagram somewhere else. Nope, they don't show you any of that. So I go and I look at the ABS module circuitry, you know, the wiring diagram, and sure enough, it shows fuse 31. So then I went, and I didn't even think of it before, I looked at this. Check this out. So if you look, ABS gasoline fuse 31. You scroll down a little bit more. Fuel pump 31. So it's right there in black and white. So now that I have the ABS module disconnected, I turn the key. Oh, and here's another thing. You'll notice this in a second. So I come up underneath the hood here. Oh, that was the other thing. Sorry, cranking it over wouldn't start. I'm like, okay. I checked, I made sure I was getting power to the fuel pump. I could hear the fuel pump turning on. Of course, it's loud now because there's no seat and there's no cover on it. It's like wide open. I could hear the fuel pump turning on. I'm like, huh. I look in the tank was bone dry, completely dry. So anyway, so right now, come here and starts right up. Sounds halfway decent, actually. Why is it so loud? Somebody went underneath there with a sawzall and cut the cats. Yep, cats are missing. O2s are all still in place. Actually, let me show you that. Let me put this up in here, I'll show you that. Because I got to wrap this up anyway. Just take my power probe and just lay it up in place. Close this door. All right, let me put it up in here and I'll show you. All right, up in the air now, and these are fresh cuts too. These are really fresh cuts. Like this just happened. Well, at least they didn't cut any of the wiring in the process, so that's a good thing. But yeah, somebody cut those two cats off. Those two cats are still in place, so that's all right. Yeah, so we're gonna, if he's gonna actually put this car on the road, which he might, we're gonna have to figure something else out. Gonna need 4 tires, probably gonna need all 4 brakes, some dog poop. And just like every BMW ever created, leaks oil. So, but I don't usually work on these, he just asked me to figure it out. So, all right, that's it. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. This is one thing I had a problem finding too. It's called the heck was it called? Oh, the fuel changeover circuit. Never could actually figure out exactly what it is. Oh, wait. Supposedly, it's under here. That really work at all? I don't know. That looks like a fuel filter to me. Yeah, I don't see. Oh, wait. It's not electrical, though, but there is a fuel pressure regulator there. Okay, kind of interesting. It looks like a fuel filter with a built-in fuel pressure regulator. Interesting. All right. Well, there we go. If you got anything out of that, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, guys, have a great day. Keep wrenching.